Paramount Planning Commission to order.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands.
May I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Sparza? Here. Commissioner Gonzalez? Here. Commissioner Moody?
Here.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Here.
Chair Timmons?
Here. May I have an approval of the minutes for May 5th, 2026? It's been moved in second. May I have roll call?
Commissioner Sparza? Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Timmons?
Yes. Public comments.
We do have one related to item number 5, the review of Mr. J's bar. So we'll read that at that time.
Okay. New business. A request by Jeff Grotsky, Mayo, and Grotsky, Inc. for Super Kids Dental to operate a dental office at 16239 Paramount Boulevard, Suites A and B, in the PDPS Plan Development and Performance Standards Town Center West Zone. The project is a Class 1 minor changes to an operation of existing facilities, categorical exemption pursuant to Article 19, Section 15301 of the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA guidelines. Okay.
We do. So this is a location in the Town Center West, which is the area of kind of in downtown Paramount, around Northgate Market, formerly Bonds, in that area. So this is a dental office, and Assistant Director Monica Rodriguez will give the presentation.
Thank you, John. So good evening, Chair and members of the Planning Commission, as well as the public. So tonight's request is a request by Jeff Grotsky for Super Kids. Oh. I think we have the wrong presentation.
We'll reset the presentation real quick. Just a moment.
Okay. So as mentioned, the request before you is by Jeff Grotsky for Super Kids Dental for the Planning Commission to consider conditional use permit to allow the operation of a dental office. So the dental office is proposed at 16239 Paramount Boulevard between Suites A and B, located in the PDPS zone known as the Town Center West. The site is comprised of multiple parcels, approximately 5.48 acres. The tenant space that they're intending to use is approximately 2,100 square feet. Super Kids is a well-established dental business, and they have several locations in the LA, OC, and Inland Empire area. Okay, so the slide before you is an aerial view of the Town Center West, which is bounded by Paramount Boulevard to the east, Colorado Avenue to the west, Alondra Boulevard to the north, and Jackson Street to the south. Okay, so the properties that abut the subject property are zone PDPS to the east, west, north, and south of the subject site. So as previously mentioned, the subject site is comprised of multiple parcels. The site currently provides a total of 91 parking spaces, which includes 488 parking spaces. Primary access to the location is from Paramount Boulevard, with a secondary access point from Colorado Avenue, which is adjacent to the proposed dental office main entrance. Additional parking will be available in the parking lot partially owned by the city to the north of the subject site, which is pointing up. So the floor plan before you is the combination of two tenant suites. So they would be combining two tenant suites into one. So the applicant is, the layout of the proposed floor plan will consist of 6 treatment rooms, which are highlighted in red, a reception area highlighted in blue, an office area, an all-gender restroom, a staffing lounge area, and an imaging room. So the dental office will employ approximately 5 to 8 staff members. They will be operating Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the services that they provide include from teeth cleaning, routine exams, digital x-rays, fillings, crown replacement, among other treatments. So shown before you are the elevations of the existing tenant space, one being the front view of the tenant space and the other one facing west along Colorado Avenue and Monroe Street. So no exterior changes, it's just all interior work that to be performed. So the proposed use is located within an appropriate zone and compatible with the surrounding businesses. It is adequate in size for the proposed location, and it does provide adequate access and circulation to the proposed business. And therefore, staff is recommending that the Planning Commission adopt Resolution Number PC 26-017, approving conditional use permit number 997, subject to the conditions of approval in the resolution. This concludes my presentation. Staff and the applicant are available for questions.
I do have one question. In the description, they're taking over, it was a nail shop and one other.
I believe it was
Insurance, Fred Lloyd.
a real estate, real estate.
My only question is, it only shows 2 restrooms. Is that sufficient with 5 staff members and 3 requirements?
I think that would be more of a question for building. And I would say during the time of plan check, if there is a need for an additional restroom, then that would be as a plan check correction. So this is just a preliminary floor plan. If there is any modifications, that will be taken care of during the plan check process.
Okay, I'd like to open the public hearing. Do we have any opposition or in favor?
We do not.
No, anybody applicant?
I believe the applicant's here.
They are here.
Did you want to say anything? Yes, thank you. There's a little button there. If you push the button and give us your name, please.
Hi, my name is Linda Brown. I am a healthcare broker with LDM Commercial. We represent Super Kids Dental. We do want to mention that we have the landlord approval and wholeheartedly to go ahead with the dental office. They were quick to move. The nail shop has been relocated and has, as well as the State Farm insurance. And the landlord and as well as the pediatricians in the neighborhood welcome having a children's only dental office. This one is different. It's individual. When you walk into most pediatric offices, they're all lined up. This one treats every child as an individual. Just like an adult, you have your own room, same thing here. We also have many other features that I won't go into, but from nitrous oxide to just the individual care. And yes, we do have adequate restrooms with, as approved by the dental board, that we would need for the, as well as I'm sure for the city. And we'd like your approval and blessing to go ahead with our lease that has already been signed by the landlord. And we just are waiting for your approval to start construction.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like a motion to close the public hearing, please.
I move to close. Weisenberger?
Second?
It's been moved in second. May I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Sparza? Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Timmons?
Yes. And I need a motion, please, to adopt Planning Commission Resolution number PC 26017, a request by Jeff Grotsky, Mo, and Grotsky, Inc., for Super Kids Dental for a conditional use permit to allow the operation of a dental office at 16239 Paramount Boulevard, Suites A and B, in the Plan Development with Performance Standards Town Center West Zone.
Gonzalez moves to approve PC 26017.
I'll second.
Been moved in second. May I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Sparza? Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Timmons?
Yes. Okay, we will move to conditional use permit number 998. And do I have staff appointments?
Yes, so actually, right across the street, so that was the Town Center West. We have a Town Center East, of course. And that includes, I guess the anchor is Ross Dress for Less. And there's a vacancy there as well. And for this, our Assistant Planner, Leslie Corrales, will give the presentation.
Good evening, Chair and members of the Planning Commission and the public. This item before you is a request from Rocco Trignaghi and Rhodes Foundation Incorporated. And this is a request to operate a medical clinic. The address is 16260 Paramount Boulevard, Suite E. The zone is PDPS, Plan Development with Performance Standards, specifically the Town Center East. The site size is 44,010 square feet. The size of the multi-unit building is 20,050 square feet. And the suite size for this particular project site is 2,800 square feet. The Rhodes Foundation is a nonprofit established in 2006, and it has operated as a federally qualified health center since 2015. They actually have an operating clinic located in our neighboring city in Compton, and the applicant is now seeking to operate a medical clinic in the city of Paramount. The project site is located in our downtown Paramount area, specifically the Town Center East, just south to the Ross Dress for Less store, and on the corner of Jackson and Paramount Boulevard. Here is the site plan for the project, and north is located on the left side. So if you're reading it from left to right, north is located on the left side of the plan sheet. And we can see that it is located in a bit further south within the Town Center East, and it neighbors the WIC and the H&R Block location nearing the Jackson Street entrance. The business must also allocate 6 spaces for their suite under this site's development standards for parking, and this site provides sufficient parking for this to be met. This is the floor plan for the project. It will have a reception area for patients, 8 exam rooms, 1 ADA compliant bathroom, which will be open for patients as well, an employee lounge, a storage room, and a provider room and a staff bathroom to the rear. So hours and days of operation will be Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They employ approximately 8 to 15 staff members on site. It is primarily by appointment with limited walk-in traffic, and it is limited to standard diagnostic tools, basic laboratory equipment, and electronic health record systems. Our analysis is that it is adequate in size and location for the proposed business, and it is also in an appropriate zone and is compatible with surrounding businesses. And we recommend adopting resolution number PC 26018, approving conditional use permit number 998, subject to the conditions of approval in the resolution. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions, and as well, the business applicant is also in the audience as well. Thank you.
I'd like to open the public hearing. Do we have any testimony in favor of or opposed?
We do not.
Rebuttal by the applicant?
I believe the applicant is here if they would like to say something.
Yes, thank you. Hello, my name is Rocco Draghi. I'm the facilities manager for Rhodes Community Clinic. We're expanding our existing clinic that we have in Paramount already in the building right across the way. We feel that it would be beneficial to the community to bring a bigger clinic to help more people in need whenever needed. We'll also be close to WIC, which is another benefit for them and us. We also offer pediatric and family practice to help to bring more people into the community to make everybody just happy. Thank you.
I have a question for you. I know that this facility is well-known. It's in a lot of different places. So, do you also cater to mental?
To what?
Mental illness?
We do behavioral health also, both in our Compton clinic as well as our Long Beach clinic. This one, I don't know if we'll do too much behavioral, but we could. We did leave it a little bigger to bring in another provider if needed. That's what we have, the 8 exam rooms. We'll have 3 providers for medical. We may bring in a 4th for behavioral as the need fits. So, but we also, like just down on Compton, in Compton on Long Beach Boulevard, we do have a very large behavioral facility that we're also working on expanding that also.
Thank you. I was just a little concerned about that because you're right next to one of our large stores, Ross. So I was just hoping that wasn't going to be an extensive.
No, we're mostly just medical for pediatrics and family medicine in that situation. My pleasure.
I would like to close the public hearing. Motion, please.
I'll move to close.
So moved in second. May I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Sparza? Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Moody?
Here.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Timmons?
Yes. And I need a motion, please, to adopt Planning Commission Resolution Number PC 26018. It's a request by Rocco Dragani, thank you, Rhodes Foundation to operate a medical office at 16260 Paramount Boulevard in the PDPS Plan Development with Performance Standards Town Center East South.
I'll move to approve. Weisenberger?
I'll second it.
It's been moved in second. May I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Sparza? Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Timmons?
Yes. Thank you, sir, for helping me. I didn't want to destroy that name. Okay. We are moving to our next item, conditional use permit number 999. May I have staff report, please?
Yes, it is historic. The number, this is the last of our
I know.
three digits conditional use permits, so something to say about our history and CUPs. Number 1 was in 1957. So with that aside, the applicant is MDC Campers. As you may have seen or heard, travel trailers, they are growing in popularity. And this is an interesting business that kind of fills that interest, and they have a background from Australia. So Assistant Planner Leslie Corrales, she'll give us a little more details on the proposal.
Thank you, John. Good evening again, everybody. So this is a request from MDC Campers and Caravans Incorporated. And this request is to allow the operation of a warehouse and light assembly of pre-manufactured customized parts for travel trailers with limited outdoor storage. The address is 16400 Garfield Avenue. The zone of this property is M2 heavy manufacturing. The site size is 1.7 acres, and the size of the existing building is 27,750 square feet. For context, this business was founded in 2005 in Australia. It expanded to the U.S. in 2021 with its headquarters established in Orange County, and they are now looking to relocate over to the city of Paramount. The subject site sits on the east side of Garfield Avenue at the corner of Jackson Street. It is bordered by M2 heavy manufacturing uses to the south and east, M1 to the north, and RM multifamily residential across Garfield Avenue. This site plan showcases the 27,750 square foot building surrounded by 52 primary parking spaces, including 2 ADA compliant parking spaces. The primary access is through Garfield Avenue to the parking lot and unloading path leading to the dock door. There is a 6-foot fence around the rear perimeter and towards the public, which will screen the limited outdoor storage, and by limited we mean only 25% of the site. And this is a floor plan of the 27,750 square foot building, where 24,450 square feet of that is used for warehousing and 3,300 square feet of that is office space. There are also 5 dock or roll-up doors located within the warehouse facing the rear and southern side of the property. Okay, so hours and days of operation will be Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. They employ 14 staff members on site. Some conditions will be repainting that shall include the perimeter wall, parking spaces, and building, and as well as in the front entrance, 2 36-inch box trees shall be planted. Here are some photos of the current property. So this property was vacant for at least 2 years, so it does need some touching up moving forward. And on the left, we have the interior of the building that's dedicated to indoor storage and interior assembly of their products. The middle picture is the southern portion where the loading dock is located. And the picture to the right is the front entrance of the building where the previous trees that were mentioned shall be refurbished, and landscaping shall be refurbished and maintained as needed. Our analysis is that it is adequate in size and location for the proposed business, and it's also appropriate in an appropriate industrial zone and is compatible with surrounding businesses. And we recommend adopting resolution number PC 26019, approving conditional use permit number 999, subject to the conditions of approval in the resolution. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions, as well as the applicant is also in the audience. Thank you.
So this is an assembly site. Is there going to be storage, or are the campers, trailers made to order and then sent off, or?
So they are already made. They'll just be assembling the interior of it, and the applicant can come in and correct me, but I think I'm on the right path here. So they'll only be assembling small parts interior, and there'll be some storage outside, very limited of when they'll be picked up, I believe.
Is there any sales at this? Will there be any sales at this location?
No, I don't believe there'll be any sales to the. It's not open to the public. It's simply for like wholesale pickup, I believe.
Thank you, Ms.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any testimony either in favor or opposed?
No, we don't.
I know the owners are here. Would you like to speak?
Hi, my name is Regina Tuatasi. I'm not the owner, but I am the officer of the company, operations manager of the U.S. And we're really excited to be in the city of Paramount. We are in a shared building now in Orange County, and it doesn't quite work with dock doors and dock timing, and we don't even have control of our own alarm. So we wanted our own building. We came across this building. It's been vacant for 2 years. It's been left alone, and it shows. And we have a very high image for our company, which we plan to instill in this building and the city of Paramount. We're not a huge travel trailer manufacturer. We're not trying to keep up with, you know, the Airstreams and those of the world. We have a very niche market of off-road people who like to go into the outback and get away from it all. So we are excited to be here because we've already signed the lease. I have been active in the building for the last week trying to make as many pre-improvements as I can by painting and flooring and getting rid of bugs and cobwebs in this building so it'll be workable for me. So we will bring life to the building. It will be beautiful. It will be awesome for us. It'll be awesome for the city of Paramount. We do not cause a lot of traffic. We do not build to order. We build, the goal is to build to the demand of our RV dealerships. We sell to RV dealerships that are throughout the United States. We have a handful, 5, and we try to have a few units of each model in stock so that they can say, hey, I need one, and it goes out. So the idea is come in, finish the build, and ship out. Always hard to determine what's going to sell, what's going to not sell, but we do our best. We do light manufacturing. The harshest thing that we use is isopropyl alcohol. And, excuse me, we install tires. It can't fit, it's coming from overseas, so it can't fit in a shipping container with tires. We bring it in, put tires on it, do finishing touches, do QC on it, clean it up, ship out. It's been a great business for us, for MDC in the US, and I am looking to get approval today so that I can move forward. And so I haven't wasted my large amount of money I've put in trying to fix this building on the interior, and I plan to do many beautifications of the building on the outside as well.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We're happy to have you in here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. May I have a motion to close the public hearing, please?
Weisenberger moves to close.
It's on second?
It's been moved and second, and roll call.
Commissioner Sparza? Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Timmons?
Yes. And I need a motion to adopt Planning Commission Resolution Number PC 26019, which is a request by MDC Campers and Caravans Incorporated to operate a warehouse, and light assembly of pre-manufactured customized parts for travel, trailers, and limited outdoor storage at 164 Garfield Avenue in the M2 Heavy Manufacturing Zone.
Gonzalez moves to approve permit number 999.
Second.
It's been moved in second. May I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Sparza? Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Timmons?
Yes. Okay, we are down to conditional use permit number 921, which is the second 3-month review. It's the second 3-month review of Mr. J's Bar Business Operations at 7824 Alondra Boulevard in the C3 Commercial Zone. This is actually the C file, but we do have opposition. Can you give me advice on that, please?
Yes, or maybe I could turn to City Attorney Lindsay Thorson. But my understanding is that we could still hear the comment at the time.
Yes, you can.
So maybe after the presentation, Building and Housing Manager Ivan Reyes will give the presentation, and then right after that, once we get the background, then we can hear the comment.
Okay.
Oh, and just a little more introduction. So there was a conditional use permit. This was the old Mr. J's from many years ago. It was small, didn't have too much patronage toward the end. So it's been rejuvenated with the new ownership, with the conditional use permit. There was a condition to fix up the outside. The owner took the opportunity to also expand, so that came back to the Development Review Board. And once completed, and then I guess slightly before the completion, the City Council reviewed a City Council permit for live entertainment, which was karaoke. And so that's been happening, and there will be a review before long. And that brings us to now. You did a review about 3 or 4 months ago, and this is the second review following your request for the second review. Go ahead, Ivan.
Thank you, John. So good evening, Honorable Chair, members of the Commission. This item is, again, as John mentioned, very familiar. This is a second 3-month review. You may recall in March of earlier this year, the Planning Commission reviewed the first 3-month review since Mr. J's opened up. So the conclusion of that meeting was to bring this back to a second 3-month review, and this is the item before you this evening. So just as a refresher, the Mr. J's is located at 7824 Alondra Boulevard. It's located in the C3 General Commercial Zone. It's a 7,500 square foot lot size. And as John mentioned, the addition to the original building now stands at 2,000, almost 3,000 square feet there. 33 customer seats remained as the previous ownership, and then with the new ownership now, that seat number remained the same. And then to the right is a photo of Mr. J's right before it opened, as they were getting all the final inspections done. So just a brief summary of their entitlements from the past under the new ownership. In 2022, they expanded the full line of alcohol to have at this site. Before, it was just a beer and wine establishment. Part of the condition of approval in the development review was to upgrade the facade of the building. The applicant actually took it a step further and proposed an addition, which I can show you in a moment with where that addition lies. And then the city council permit, so they did apply for a live entertainment permit for karaoke. That was also included. And then now, as I mentioned earlier, there was a 3-month review back in March. And then just to share a couple photos, right before it opened, this is the inside of the business. So for the second 3-month review, in May, late May, planning staff conducted a site visit to verify the compliance with conditions of approval. They were in compliance at the 3-month review, and they are still in compliance now. So the property was found to be in full compliance with all the required conditions. There was some graffiti or just some dilapidation on the south perimeter wall of the property. The business owner has since painted that over, so now it's seamless. There's no any type of damage or any type of fade on that block wall. The condition of the landscaping is still thriving. The security camera plans, everything's still intact from the 3-month review. So not much has changed. Everything's maintained to full compliance. Here's a satellite view of the subject site. On the yellow box shows the property of Mr. J's, with the building there in the middle. This is on the southwest corner of Colorado Avenue and Alondra Boulevard. So here's a glimpse of the floor plan. As you can see, the blue shows the original footprint of the bar, and then on the right-hand side in red is the proposed or the addition that they proposed. This is in full compliance with all the different requirements for the bathrooms and the entryways, all the exits, and everything like that. The seating count, as I mentioned, 33 seats, so that's still in effect there. And this was a complete remodel, so the layout from before is a completely new remodel here. So here's the outside as it looks, as it stands right now. Again, you can see all the conditions for the landscaping, full compliance, the bicycle rack there by the entrance, a trash can outside just for keeping the place clean, and then the security cameras, and with the lightings too all over the building. So just examining the public safety component of this. So for the second 3-month review, we asked the public safety in conjunction with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department for the calls to service. So from the period of February and through May, there was only one incident reported from that for the calls to service. That's a 75% decrease from the first 3-month review. Initially there was 4 in that month period, so this is down to just 1. There was something different though that was a little bit different from the first review. During this review period, there were 8 calls for vehicles parked in front of the business. They stayed there for a couple of days along Alondra Boulevard. So those were calls to our public safety team, just letting them know that these vehicles have been parked there for quite some time. None of the calls did not result in any criminal activity. So again, this is pretty consistent with what we saw in the first review. No criminal activity, no police activity for this. So on May 21st, we kept it consistent with the first review. We sent out a public notice. We treated this as if it was a brand new CUP. notifying people within 500 feet that showed interest of the business operations, notifying them about the meeting. Despite the uptick of patron activity, calls for service involving the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department decreased. There were parking related issues, but did not pose a significant public safety risk. A 6-month compliance review with the City Council for live entertainment is coming up. So again, they will use this data, everything that has been shown here before you, along with any other police activity that they would update if anything happens. The public safety team will advise the City Council on the status of the live karaoke for that permit. So with that, this concludes my presentation. This is just a receive and file of this report. We do have the business owner here in the audience, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, then we don't need a motion to receive and file.
Could, but I did you have the emailed comment
Yeah.
like to share?
Do we want to read that?
I can read that. Yep.
Thank you.
Well, actually, I'll leave it to you. You'd like me to read it or just have it before you?
We all have it before. Is that you all have a chance to go over it?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Chair. John, and a separate email was sent with an image, but unfortunately I wasn't able to print it. So just for the record, we can forward that to the commissioners at a later time. We can ask the person who sent the email to see if they can resend it.
Thank you, Biana. So I think it was one image, a single image?
Yeah, it was a single image. I was able to pull it on my phone. It was just a cup with the description that's in the email.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll get that to you.
So Chair, I do have a question on this.
Yes.
So we received this report 3 months ago and we received it again. Now what? Is the business get to move forward or what's going to happen here?
So you may wish to bring the applicant for a little bit of his perspective. I believe that the last meeting, he expressed that there are not enough seats for, to have the clientele to have kind of enough to I'm trying to think of the right term, to have that, the impact for a business. It's a little bit sparse. It's sparsely patronized. So that's something that the city could be open up to. We may want to have the city council review the live entertainment, do their review first. But what the applicant, I remember expressing, was perhaps using as Ivan mentioned, using the parking lot that's partially city-owned. There's some different parcels behind Northgate, kind of as a backup to support the code requirement for parking for each seat.
Parking at the bank, right?
Exactly. So there's parking behind the banks, which are bank-owned. Behind kind of the parcels that are behind, that are not directly behind the banks, are for the most part city-owned.
Question, Chair.
Yeah.
Does this establishment need permission from the city to have patrons park in that area?
Not necessarily, but in terms of if the applicant is interested in having more seating, then that's something that we would have to formally review and approve through a conditional use permit, probably an amendment to the existing
So
application.
more seating means more parking is needed, and then if they decide would like to use that, then we'd have to permit it then.
Then we would, yes,
see.
that connection.
Thank you.
Hey, I had a question. Why are they getting so many tests on these guys for 3 months, 6 months?
Well,
I've never seen it anywhere else like this.
oh, there have been some examples, just not in the recent past, I guess you could say. But this is it, your recommendation. If you're not requesting more, that is all.
Right, but then we get this
to us and tell us how he's going to eradicate those concerns that this owner, this person. If you don't mind, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Again.
Again.
You have questions?
If you would state your name, please.
Oh, Alfredo Lopez.
Thank you. And Mr. Lopez, if you would maybe just tell us how you're going to, maybe kind of like make things a little safer, because I know if I lived there and I had some concerns, I might want to know how you're going to make some changes.
Well, people arrive and they show up, but there's no seating, so they stay for a little bit and leave. So the parking issue or parking in the city area, it's mostly in the evening when I have more clientele, so it doesn't bother the affecting businesses or the parking lot where the bank is or anybody else. But I know that that's their parking lot, but it doesn't affect that. I'm not aware of the concerns. We do have a team we have security staff every day. We have 2 Fridays and Saturdays when we have live entertainment, and we have a cleaning. 2 people come clean every morning. They clean outside, they clean inside the bar. I'm not really, I check for graffiti every day. I'm not sure what the issue is. I know sometimes we find cans that we don't sell outside or in the parking lot. We clean those up, but those are not from inside the business. They're customers that come already that have a drink or drink in their car and leave it in the floor or something. But I'm not sure what the complaint is.
Yeah, well, I could go back. We did include in the agenda packet the review from March 4th. And just to read from it, the Paramount Public Safety Department reviewed the calls for service from November 2025 through February 2026 to ensure compliance with approved security measures. While 4 incidents were noted during the review period, discussions with public safety confirmed that the subject address was used as a point of reference. The majority of the calls reported did not result in a criminal activity, and there was no public safety concern. Therefore, Public Safety Department staff furthermore, Public Safety Department staff conducted a site visit on February 19, 2026 to verify that the approved security camera plan and security management plan remain operational. The inspection confirmed that these measures are in place and functioning as required, supporting ongoing compliance with the conditions of approval.
Thank you. So maybe now you have a better idea of what the concerns are.
Well, I recall the first time it was more used as a point of reference, like saying, oh, this is happening by the Starbucks, not necessarily inside Starbucks. So I think that's being used as a point of reference, not actual incidents happening inside the bar. So I think we talked about that the last time. And also the parking of those cars being called. I get called sometimes because those are tenants from the apartment building that they go and park there and they take up the street parking. Once they get a red tag, they move across the street. And then they're parked in front of Starbucks or parked in front of KFC because they live locally. They're not my patrons. And they do affect my parking. So that's why I call as well. But
Chairman? Yes, as I recall the complaints, and even when I look at these, I mean, they use this business as a point of reference. But I look at, they've adhered to the request, they're in compliance, and we went to a 3-month, now a second 3-month. In my mind, they're in compliance. If I were a resident next to the bar, and I know the bar has been there since 19.
right.
Perhaps
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be there either. However, this is an established business and they've done what we've requested, so I think we need to be fair to them as well.
I've been in close contact with the neighbor next door. He has my number. I text him often. Any issues, you have any questions, anything I can do to help, even trimming his trees, things like that. I mean, we're constantly in contact. He never had any issues. He has no issues because I'm concerned with him because my door's right there. So I tell my staff not to open that door at night, so it doesn't bother them, or take out any trash until there's no sound, things like that. So I'm very aware of that.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. I think that you.
I would want to talk about that concern that we got today.
This latest one?
That's the point.
We have liberty to do that.
May I see the attorney needed to address
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what he had asked.
I have two commissioners that are concerned about the little that we have today, and they'd like to address that this morning.
What would they?
Are we at liberty to share this with Mr. Lopez?
Yes, yes. It's a public comment, so you're free to read it or share it with him and ask his thoughts on it.
Is this happening, right?
Well, apparently, Mr. Lopez, you're unaware of this. On June 3rd, there was an email sent to the city here, I guess the planning department,
Okay.
from one of your neighbors.
Okay.
And she just cited a couple incidents where
Thank
she
you.
had an intoxicated person come to her door asking for his friend. And the husband answered the door, it sounded like it was at night, and told the fellow that the guy your friend doesn't live here, and the guy stumbled back in the direction of your business.
Okay.
And then a second time, late last year, a very intoxicated individual was on the sidewalk holding on to one of the parking posts, the grassy area, and he was not there long enough for the authorities to investigate. She also says that she's, a number of times she's found some clear plastic cups with black straws in the street near her house. So this is a copy of the email that we received today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that she had an opposition from the beginning for us to even open, but it's been a bar, and it's been a bar since the 70s or before that. Those plastic cups, I understand it's a nuisance, and we're aware of picking them up, but those are for water. So we give customers water so they can sober up, or they can just drink water. Where we're very aware we're responsible servers. We're all certified to be responsible servers. There's a lot of liability issues of us over-serving people, so we're very on top of that. But, I mean, I don't know how to stop people from knocking on somebody's door. I mean, that's just kind of crazy.
Basically, we have security.
Yeah, we have security at the door. On Friday and Saturday, we had 2 security guards, one inside, one walking the parking lots and things like that as well. Those are our busier nights. Honestly, my staff, my labor costs sometimes are like 60%, 70% because it's kind of slow, and it's hard to justify more security when there's more staff than people there. But we do security is my top concern for the safety of my staff, the safety of my customers, and the community. So it's always been an issue. I mean, it's always been a concern for me, like a top priority. And we do a great job every morning. Walk around, clean up everything inside and outside. We take care of any graffiti inside. There's never really any graffiti, but sometimes the guys are in their urinal and they start carving on the wall. So I tiled all that up, so that avoids that issue, and so we're on top of all of that.
Right. I've been to your place.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You really put a lot of money.
Thank you.
And it's very clean.
Yeah. That's not where we're trying to attract more of an upscale customer base.
Well, thank you, Mr. Lopez. I don't think we need to belabor this any further. Maybe just, be a little more cognizant about your constituents that are there.
Yeah, definitely.
If I lived on the block or next door, I think, and those things were happening, I think I'd be as concerned as this individual.
I completely understand. And she has my number as well, and I've mentioned them many times. If there's any issues, let me know. I can call security and have them walk over there. If there's anybody outside in the parking lot, I can address that right away. But she has my number.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so that would be received and filed. We'll move on to comments. Do we have any comments from our city attorney? Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have oral report.
Well, just quickly, the big one, it was the Clearwater specific plan that you recommended approval as a body. The city council went on to approve it the first reading, and then it came back for adoption on the 26th, I believe. So it takes effect 30 days later. So late June, it becomes official. That concludes my comments or the report.
Do we have any comments from our city attorney?
No comments tonight, thank you.
Our commissioners?
Quit picking on them. Yeah, right.
Our Sprouts is opening.
Sprouts is open.
And opening on Friday.
Yes.
Okay, staff?
Yes, thank you for mentioning Sprouts, or Sprouts Farmers Market, I guess is the long version. So if you are able to wake up and get there at 6:30, the official ribbon cutting starts at 6:45 on this Friday. I stopped by today, the veggies are already there. I think that was the last item to go in, so kind of wondering about the freshness come Friday, but they were just loading out the vegetables and fresh fruit, so. Just for maybe that's it. It's very colorful. So it's looking great. There's still a few, they're opening under a temporary certificate of occupancy, so there's a few little details they'll be working on the next few weeks. We're really excited about that. This is very huge for the Paramount community, and thank you for your efforts and your guidance leading the city council on their approvals. I have something gotta do the glasses thing. I'm very excited about. In the back, we have a new staff member, Tara Reyes. You want to stand up or wave or wave? Tara. I'd like to introduce Tara. It's always great to introduce our new folks. And she's comes from Diamond Bar. She was a management analyst at the city of Diamond Bar. Over there, she worked in the closely with the city manager's office, environmental services division. She managed budgets, contracts, grants, special projects. We love special projects. That's our favorite. And assisted with the preparation of the annual general plan progress reports. That's something our department does, so she's going to have a big role with that. Tara has a master's degree in sustainability management and policy from Cal State Long Beach, and her capstone project focused on developing a strategy that had to do with emissions in support of the university's climate action plan. So that's going to be very useful for Paramount. She has a bachelor's degree in environmental science and policy, with minors in geographic information systems, that's GIS and geography. And on her spare time, she enjoys hiking, camping, beach days, gardening, composting, and other outdoor activities. So very well-rounded. And let us know if you ever want to talk to Tara. If you have any concerns, she's there, and we're all there for you, as always.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you, Chair. Welcome.
And welcome, yes. Okay, I guess if there's nothing else on our agenda, I will call this meeting to be adjourned for our next meeting of Wednesday, July 1, 2026 at 6 p.m. in the council chambers.
The Paramount Development Review Board is called to order. Roll call of members, please.
Board Member Gonzalez?
Yep.
Board Member Moody?
Yep.
Board Member Timmons?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yeah, yeah.
Chair Sparza.
Yes. Item 1 is approval of minutes of May 6th. I need a motion.
Second?
Board Member Gonzalez?
Yes.
Board Member Moody?
Yep.
Board Member Timmons?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Sparza.
Yes. Any comments?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, no comments have been received.
New business. There's public hearings. Item number 2 is development review application number 26004. And that's a request by Jorge Mendez, Gem and Shell Designs for Tienda Brutness Charros LLC to legalize a new storefront entry and interior tenant improvements, which includes the division of interior space to accommodate a new clothing store at 7340 Alondra Boulevard in the PDPS by Development Performance Standard Zone. There's that.
I'm happy to give this presentation. This is at 7340 Alondra Boulevard, which is just to the west of Garfield on the south side. We've had a few applications through the years, some projects that didn't quite pull through, the changes in the economy and whatnot. There was going to be a food hall at one point and a remodel, but now they're back, and they meaning the property owners. The property owners actually run a business there, Platini Jeans. So they have a retail shop in the front, they've had that there for many years, and in the back they do wholesale and sell to other shops. So, and here's how it looks from the front, so it might look familiar. And about the business itself, they operate, oh, I'm sorry, so with that, the property owners would like to lease out the front portion to this other business, Botinas Charros, and they would operate Monday through Saturday from 10 to 9, and Sundays 10 to 7, and this new business would have up to 4 employees. Here's how it looks, and I highlighted a broader area because they were all developed at the same time. These all kind of have the same look. But the highlighted in blue, the area highlighted in blue is the subject property for this application. It's 65,240 square feet, and for the property and the building is 33,128 square feet. Here's another view. So this was taken fairly recently. So you can see on the left is the portion where the see kind of the thicker tree, that canopy. Behind that is where the new business would go. Just to the right of that, you see where those palm trees are. There's a kind of a larger storefront. The storefront was installed without permits, so part of this application would be to legalize that change. And you'll see also in the front setback where there's the boulders, and then a little farther back where the monument sign is. That back area in the front, there were 3 trees that were cut, so those trees would be replaced as part of this application. See a little bit of overgrowth with the landscaping as well, so that'll be trimmed. Here's the view. So then looking east toward Garfield, you can see McDonald's on the left side across the street. The asphalt is not in great shape, so part of the recommended conditions of approval would be to fix up the parking lot. Just doing a little tour here. And I'm going to ask Ivan, could you advance it one slide? A little touchy. There we go. So here we have a little site plan and floor plan. So the building is outlined in that light blue. In the kind of yellowish mustardy color, that's the area that has had some work completed without permits, some walls installed. So this front portion has traditionally been an open area, one big open retail space. So the applicant, with your approval, would go on to get the actual permits to formally construct or legalize those walls. The shaded blue area is where the new business would go. Got a little list of the actual conditions. So first would be about the parking lot to repair and reslurry the parking lot at minimum. And at minimum means if they want to go above and beyond and do a full repaving, they can do that. That'd be nice. They're to refurbish and maintain the landscaping and irrigation throughout the property, keep it in good condition. I mentioned the 3 trees in the front that were removed over 10 years ago. They would paint and clean the outside of the building following separate planning, review, and approval of the paint color. And there's wood accents. If I can just go back, you can kind of see it there, maybe more so here. See the little accent under the the top part of the building. If you get up close, it's showing its age, so that would be restored and a varnish applied. Storing all trash in an enclosure. The walkway would be restored and maintained in new condition. The metal light poles in the parking lot, showing a little bit of rust and fade, so they would be repainted, and then the upkeep thereafter, and then repairing the damaged areas of the walkway. And I think I jumped through it's a little challenge. Here we go. On the left is the walkway. You can see some cracks and the little hole with weeds growing out, so that will be repaired. On the right is the interior that, again, they got a little bit of a head start, but we'll all get caught up and just be good for the Paramount community, more shopping choices. We do recommend approval, subject to the conditions of approval, and the applicant is here and the property owner is here in the audience if you have any questions.
Right. Any questions? We can hear staff open the public hearing, and of course, we can hear testimony in the following order. Those in favor, and those opposed. Does the owner wish to speak?
Good evening, everybody. My name is George Mendez. Good evening. I just wanted to kind of emphasize as far as maintaining the building and the recommendations John is recommending will be taken care of. The building's it's been around for a while, and it really needs a little bit of upkeep. And I think this new tenant that's coming into this location is willing to improve, to maintain, and be able to occupy the building as we've been waiting, to get to this point now. And in talking with John prior to the recommendations, I had already addressed this with the owner and the tenant. And they agreed to bring the building up to standards and meet requirements.
Any questions?
I don't have a question, but you've been there forever, ever since I lived. I live not far from there. So to see the upgrades that you're doing, it's wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, they've been in business for a while, and that shows their foundations has been very, very great. 30 years, I think, almost. So it's been pretty good.
I actually have just a question. I'm just wondering, I'm not a businessman, but when these upgrades have to take place, like the asphalt, is that something that the property owner is responsible for, or the tenant?
So the between the tenant and the property owner, they'll manage together to do it or whatnot. Only because the new tenant wants to make sure that his approach is viewable to where people coming into the store, even in the parking lot, already represent his merchandise, basically. So for him, it would be more beneficial to have a front facade that attracts the public, and they go into the store. That's, oh wow, okay, it makes it from the outside to the inside, and then good quality merchandise would go a long way.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Will be, because it's a good size place. A good parking lot. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now we have a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll move to close.
Gonzalez, second?
Board Member Gonzalez?
Yes.
Board Member Moody?
Yes.
Board Member Timmons?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Sparza?
Yes. So now we need a motion in order to approve a request by Jorge Mendez for the development review application number 26004. Any motion?
I move to approve. Weisenberger?
Second?
It's been approved and seconded.
Board Member Gonzalez?
Yes.
Board Member Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Sparza?
Yes. All right. Item 3 is the development review application number 26005. And that's a request by Jose O. Castellanos Orange Corrosion Services Incorporated doing business as OC&C Construction to allow the construction of a 3,200 square foot warehouse building at 16448 and 16456 Minnesota Avenue in the M2 implementing zone. Here's staff report.
Yes, this application is for called the Central Industrial District, south part of town of Minnesota. It's kind of been a hot spot lately. Recently, you've heard some applications between Development Review Board and Planning Commission from Matco Forge across the street, Aim High Living just a little bit to the north. Of course, Go Store it, self-storage, not too far as well. So this, just to add to this, we're going to have our planner, Caitlin Ah, give this presentation.
Good evening, Honorable Chair and members of the Development Review Board. The item before you comes from Jose Castellanos for OC&C Construction for Development Review Application number 26005, which is a request to allow the construction of a 3,200 square foot new warehouse building at 16448 and 16456 Minnesota Avenue. The total size of the project site is 30,000 square feet, and it is located in the M2 or heavy manufacturing zone. So OC&C Construction has operated for nearly 2 decades as a full-service construction and facility maintenance contractor who serves the Southern California oil and pipeline industries. The business is relocating from their current location here in Paramount at 16213 Illinois Avenue, where they've been in operation since 2018, to 16448 and 16456 Minnesota Avenue. The 30,000 square foot project site is currently developed with one 480 square foot building that will be demolished as part of this request, as well as one 1,000 square foot building that will remain and be used for the administrative functions of this business. So the purpose of this request is to allow the construction of a 3,200 square foot warehouse building that will comply with current zoning and building standards. The proposed warehouse will be utilized as storage space for inventory to support the primary operations of the business. Although these primary operational activities occur at another facility in a different city, this warehouse specifically will serve exclusively for administrative functions, equipment staging, and the temporary storage of pipeline-related tools, materials, and the equipment used for their ongoing projects. Here we have an overhead aerial view of the site. The property in question is located on the southwest corner of Minnesota Avenue and Harrison Street, and the project site is actually composed of 2 lots, 16448 or Lot 1 and 16456 Lot 2 on Minnesota Avenue. And Lot 1 measures 15,000 square feet and currently has the 480 square foot building noted there in red that will be demolished as part of this request. And then Lot 2 measures 15,000 square feet as well and has the 1,000 square foot building to remain for their administrative functions. And then here we have some photos of the project site as recently as last week. So on the left here, we have the current conditions of the landscaping on the property, with the top photo being the view along Harrison Street, while the bottom photo is the view of the landscaping along Minnesota Avenue here. I think it's a little bit overgrown, so this is conditioned to be refurbished and maintained in good condition. And then the middle 2 photos show the existing buildings on the property, with the top one being the 1,000 square foot building to remain, and then the bottom one is the 480 square foot building to be demolished. And then the 2 photos on the right show the location of the proposed warehouse, with some of the remnants from the previous scaffolding business that occupied this property for about 30 years, but those will be removed to make space for the new warehouse. So the photo on the top is from the south point of view, and the photo on the bottom is from the west point of view of where the warehouse will go. This is the site plan for the project. Here we have the 3 separate buildings called out. So building 1 in blue is the 3,200 square foot proposed warehouse. And then in red in the middle there is the 480 square foot building to be demolished. And on the bottom in yellow is the 1,000 square foot building to remain. In the middle of the property, we have 9 parking spaces proposed, with 8 of them being standard spaces and 1 ADA accessible space. And then on the perimeter of the property, kind of on the outside there in green, we have the existing landscaping to be refurbished and maintained in good condition. As this is a request for the Development Review Board, we have some elevations of the proposed warehouse with renderings of what it would look like. So here's the north and south elevations. The north side will be facing the adjacent property, while the south side would face Harrison Street. Here are the east and west elevations of the proposed warehouse. The east side will face the inside of the property, so mostly unseen by the public, whereas the west side will face Minnesota Avenue on that street. The applicant proposes a modern industrial workshop design that features decorative trim along the building perimeter with a smooth stucco wall finish using a 3-tone palette, as well as decorative wall-mounted lights fixtures at each building entrance. Here we have the material board and color scheme with another more detailed rendering of the south side of the proposed warehouse. So you can see we have the lights at each entrance, as well as the color scheme in line with the key at the bottom there. So this proposed business is located in an appropriate industrial zone in the Central Industrial District, and it is compatible with the surrounding businesses. The location is adequate in size, and their proposed parking is sufficient for the business. Now, we do have some conditions of approval for this proposal, which is that development shall take place substantially as shown on the approved site plans and elevations, and any deviation from the proposed material must be approved by the Planning and Building Department before construction. And then new concrete shall be poured to address any cracks, holes, or blemishes and maintained in good condition throughout the lot. The biggest one is that upon approval of this development review application, the applicant shall have 1 year or until June 3rd of 2027 to bring the 2 properties located at 16448 and 16456 Minnesota Avenue into a single lot at the direction of the Public Works Department and City Engineer. And then going back to landscaping, we'll have a landscaping and irrigation plan to be submitted to the Planning and Building Department for review, and that the landscaping shall be refurbished and maintained in good condition. So with that, staff's recommendation is to approve development review application number 26005 to allow the construction of a new 3,200 square foot warehouse building. That does conclude my presentation, but I'm happy to answer any questions, and we have the applicants here as well. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much for your report. Any questions?
Well, Mr. Chair, so Katie, is this is the applicant expanding? Is that way to move, or?
So,
Sorry. Good evening, commissioners and members of the Development Review Board. My name is Jose Oscar Castellanos, and I am the owner of Orange Corrosion Services, DBA OC&C Construction. We have been serving Southern California oil and gas pipeline industry since 2007. We currently provide maintenance, pipeline integrity, environmental and construction services for companies such as Marathon, Phillips 66, SoCal Gas, Chevron, and other critical infrastructure operators throughout Southern California. We are relocating our operations to Paramount and are requesting approval for the proposed warehouse project. The facility will be used to administrate support, equipment staging, and temporary storage of tools and materials associated with our projects. We appreciate the planning department work on this application and are committed to maintaining a clean, professional, and code-compliant facility that will be an asset to the city of Paramount. Yes, right now we have a location on Illinois, and our lease is gonna be up, so we took advantage of purchasing that land or that property to move our location there.
You already had it in Illinois.
Yes.
I hope your business is booming, sir.
It is booming. We've started in 2007 with 4 employees. Now we're up to 100 employees. Yeah. And so our admin is growing, our infrastructure is growing, our logistics is growing. A lot of things are going good for us, especially right now in the industry where, things are up and down. I think there's never a recession for our side of the company or our field of work.
For that type of work.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other-
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, those are very good. So, I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Casares, move to close.
Second.
Second.
Board Member Gonzalez?
Yes.
Board Member Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Sparza?
Yes. Okay, so. Now I need a motion in order to approve the development review application number 26005. That's the request by Jose Castellanos, okay? The Orange Construction.
I will move to approve. Weisenberger?
Second.
Been approved and second.
Board Member Gonzalez?
Yes.
Board Member Moody?
Yes.
Vice Chair Weisenberger?
Yes.
Chair Sparza?
Yes. Good luck, Mr. Jose.
Thank you.
Okay. Comment? Board members? Staff, any comment?
We have no comments.
All right.
Easy, Ernie.
All right, so the Paramount Development Review Board is adjourned till Wednesday, July 1st, 2022 at 6 p.m.
Paramount Economic Development Board is now in session. Call to order. Roll call, please.
Board Member Sparza?
Here.
Board Member Weisenberger?
Here.
Vice Chair Gonzalez?
Here.
Chair Moody?
Here. Okay, approval of the minutes of May 6, 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Board Member Sparza?
Yes.
Board Member Weisenberger?
Yes.
Vice Chair Gonzalez?
Yes.
Chair Moody?
Yes. Public comments.
We have no public comments.
New reports.
We do have a report. Got a quick one. Economic development budget for the next fiscal year, and that's just a quick truly oral report, no visuals. We are continuing our longstanding support for the Paramount Chamber of Commerce. Of course, not all businesses are members of the chamber, but this Chamber of Commerce has an extraordinarily high rate of membership for the locality and as compared to other chambers of commerce in the region. So they're very well known, and we hear that from the other chambers. So the city actually, budget-wise, we're contributing $50,000 the next fiscal year. So it is a true partnership, and a lot of that goes toward their training, business advocacy, ribbon cuttings. One big one is publications. So the city partners with them, with the Chamber of Commerce, to provide content and the means to publish and get their newsletter out to the community at large. So some are directly mailed, some are available at various businesses throughout town. So we keep doing that. As far as our staff and staff in other departments, we attend the ribbon cuttings for the various businesses. I don't believe Sprouts Market is a member of the Chamber of Commerce, but they're they're going to be one of our bigger employers, so we support them. The City Council and staff will be attending that that ribbon cutting at 6:30 in the morning on Friday, so do join us. We also attend the chamber installation every year with the changing of the who becomes the president and the acknowledging the ambassadors, and we have other events that we collaborate with the Chamber of Commerce and the business community at large, and workforce development, of course. So we our other partners are Celico, our workforce development board based in Cerritos, and the Small Business Center in Long Beach Small Business Development Center. So with that, yeah, we do support the business community, and we do accept any recommendations or any help from that you could think of. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you, John.
Yep.
Okay, comments from the board members? Okay, comments from the staff?
We have no comments.
Okay, the Paramount Economic Development Board will adjourn to the next meeting at July 1st, 2026 at 6 p.m. That's it.